everybody, it's Holly. Sorry for the delay there. I can never time these things correctly. Hey everyone, how are you going? So, a little backstory while everyone says hi. So, I filmed this video, I think it was New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, something like that. I went through everything and I just basically gave my thoughts, and then I realized that that footage was 40 minutes long and I was like, I'm not gonna sit through and edit that. So I thought it would be so much more fun and also easier on my half. It would save me a lot of time just to sit down and go through everything with you guys on stream. So how are you going? Yes, I'm on time. I know, look at this. Only 1 minute late. Yeah, that's because I had to check the stream key to make sure I wasn't streaming accidentally on my gaming channel, because we did play Battlefront, but I couldn't remember if that was before or after. I'm going really well. So yeah, 40 minutes of me just talking about these sets. I also know that the newer ones came out, and honestly I was freaking out about this because I didn't want the results to come out before I did this video, and then I saw that all of the new projects just get or not just got selected, yeah, just got selected. So I'm going to briefly touch on them. I'm not going to talk through them really until their results start to come out. So once the next set of projects get approved, that's when I'll talk about the ones that got approved today, just because I think it's closer to the time they're actually going to be selected and we get a better idea of what actually could be made. Because when I look through these, there's a lot of projects that are definitely not going to happen because Lego's now released them as sets. Also update, I checked through all of like the Lego Ideas stuff, and the next project cutoff is in May. So my goal is to get my Monsters Inc. one done by May so that it can be put into that next round of like projects. Now, this is just my opinion, okay? All of these sets have an opportunity to get made. I think that there are some that definitely won't be made purely because of the nature of them or kind of what's happened. Thank you, Brady, for the $2. Got the Morphe sponge you have and the dusting brushes. It's the best, honestly. I used like my smaller sponge this morning and I was dusting my sets actually. I've started to use a vacuum and then a brush as well. It's become great. Would you and Ash ever consider making a set together? Funny you mentioned that. I want him to help me with Monsters Inc. and we might do what Mini Brick and Top Lego 8. Yes, Top Lego 8. I always forget his username did, and like do that combined one, but I know majority of it will be coming from me. I just need his assistance because he's better at building sets than me. So yes, I'm very excited. There are a lot of them. These are my personal opinions. You guys may differ. I have different projects and thoughts to everyone else. These are just my personal thoughts to think what might get selected. So there's 35 to go through, so we might be here for a while. I don't know how many they're actually going to select, honestly. So let's get started, everyone. All right. First up, the Mountain Windmill. I really like the design of this one, honestly. I think it looks really good. Oh, my day's been great. Thank you for asking. I love this. Oh, hey, Emma. Oh, geez, I should make you a mod, shouldn't I? I can't believe I haven't done that. I was supposed to go through and do that on the back end of things. Right, so first up is the Mountain Windmill. I honestly love the design of this set. I think it's really cute, and it reminds me a lot of the blacksmith shop that's going to be coming out, which I think it could do well because of that fact. Like the blacksmith, though, I think it might get scaled down slightly if it does select Hid, though I think because of the fact that it is very close to the blacksmith shop in terms of like kind of idea. I get that it's not like really like old-timey castle type of thing, but I think it looks really cool and it does remind me of that, and for that reason I feel like it might not get selected. I really do like the design though. The designer did a really good job, and I also love the way that they've rendered it. Can we like appreciate that? Hey Mini Brick, we're gonna get to you. Also, Mini Brick, congratulations on getting your Gravity Falls idea selected. Yay! I mean, not selected, but put through. Woo! Congratulations. I'm excited for that one. Community, Greendale Community College by Bulldozer. That's the guy who's done Sesame Street, right? Sesame Street and the Avatar one out of the new ones. That's him, isn't it? I like the idea of this. I have seen 2 episodes of Community. So from what I can tell, in my limited knowledge, this room's very accurate. It's your classic like sitcom, 3 walls and like no 4th wall type of thing. I don't know. I feel like it would have to be, because this is the fastest growing ideas project. I feel like it would have to have a reasonable amount of like support and background from people still to this day. I don't know when this show ended, but it looks a lot like a Friends set. It does. I feel like all the sitcom ones are very similar. And look, from what I can tell, Community seems like a good show. It's got a good following. I've seen a number of memes from it. I don't know too much about it. At the moment, the main character annoys me. So, I don't know. The thing with this is I feel like if the licensing for The Office got like approved and like you can finally start approving Office sets, that's going to get picked over this. I feel like The Office is going to be like Friends, where it sells out really quickly everywhere. You can never get a hold of it. Like, it's going to be really popular. I don't know if this is going to be the same. I feel like this kind of reminds me more of like a Big Bang Theory-esque, where it's popular, but like it hangs around quite a bit. I don't think it's going to be as bad selling as the Flintstones, or at least I think the Flintstones is bad selling from what I can see. It's always on sale and always on shelves. Community got pretty big when it was added to Netflix, but I don't know now. I feel like that's similar with Schitt's Creek. However, I think Schitt's Creek has like kind of maintained that, and I'll go into that when we actually get down to that one. But yeah, I feel like we do get too many sitcom sects, so they're gonna have to be very selective about what they pick to be a sitcom, because at the end of the day, we don't want ideas just to become sitcoms. Like, I get it sells well, I'm glad to see them, but I feel like they really need to pick it. And I mean, if the whole thing with what's it called, The Office, could be sorted out, I would personally prefer that. Speaking of, Office is on Netflix Australia again. When did that happen? Kind of want to rewatch it all. Lego Hero Quest. Now, I had to look into this one when I filmed the video because I didn't know what this was. I can see that it's a board game. Awesome. So apparently this is actually, let's just open the webpage, shall we? This is based off an actual board game. From what I can tell, this is giving me Dungeons and Dragons vibes. And I'm honestly glad to see the dice being used again, because I love that. I love these like rocky builds. However, this seems like a lot of pieces and a lot of figures for a Lego set. I get that it's supposed to be a board game, but is this an actual game? Yes, it was an award-winning board game released in Europe. So to me, this screams that it won't get picked because of licensing. I don't know how on earth Lego is going to get the rights for a video, like for a board game that already exists, pardon me, to then be made into a Lego board game. To me, that doesn't really make sense. But yeah, I like the vibe of this set. I love the color scheme of it. I think it looks pretty cool, but I don't think practically it's going to work as a Lego set. I think there's too many minifigures. I think the scale of it's too big, and I don't think the Hero's Quest as a game is going to be that popular. But also licensing, I don't think that they're going to be able. It's like if you said, let's make a Lego set based on Barbie. As much as I would eat that up, even with the mini dolls, I would love them to do a set on Barbie. It's not going to work because you're having to get a license of another toy or a game that already exists. I don't know how well that's like going to go down. It looks really cool though. I imagine this would be really good for parts usage, actually, for like castle things and like a lot of fantasy mocks. Brick West Studios. This build looks really sick. I wouldn't buy this one. Actually, I don't think I would buy any of these. I mean, depending on how much I like Community, I might buy that one. The Windmill, I think, is the one I would probably pick the most out of the ones so far. Brick West is really cool, though. I love the build of this. The designer did an amazing job. I love it. I love it. Lego, they'd scale it down exactly. That's the problem with ideas. I feel like a lot of people make these massive builds. It's like, it's just not going to happen. People don't have the money to spend it. That's why Sesame Street got scaled down so bad. They want people to be able to buy it. I love this one. Very creative, like Samad said. Very creative. Looks really cool. I love the design of it. I think it's really cool, and the one thing that really appeals to me is the fact that it's a television set. Like, I love that concept, and for that, I may buy it if it gets selected, depending on what it is. I think it is a bit big. I feel like the saloon would be more of a facade and not like a full building if they did make this. I love the fact that it's like a bunch of separate little builds as well. That really appeals to me. I honestly think this has a good chance because Lego loves going for like non-licensed stuff. Firstly, they really like, and the community really likes, old-timey stuff. Like, that's why we've got the blacksmith shop and like pirates, and Ash said something before, but I completely missed it. So did Mini Brick. I think a film set with different genres would be cool. Ooh, no, Ash, you write that down. I'm too busy to write that down, but we'll talk about that later. I like this. I hope this gets selected because this is, I think, one of the best ones out of this. It's just really unique and really cool. People haven't done this before. Plus, it also reminds me of the Lego movie where they like go into, what's that section? Hey, Brick Vibe. They go into that like section in the movie, you know, with the Wild Wild West. I haven't watched that in a while. That reminds me of that as well. I think it's really cool, really creative. Love that build. Best of luck to them. I think that has a good chance. The house from Up. We know I love Pixar. We know I love Disney. Bring back Lego Studios. Oh yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it? With Spider-Man and all that. I mean, I guess that's the closest thing. Now, I love Disney. I love Pixar. I love Up. I love the design of the house. To me, the balloons, way too small. I think the house needed to be smaller so that you had more balloons, because that at the end of the day is what symbolizes that it's the Up house. However, we all know, or at least people who follow ideas, you guys probably know that there are 2 Pixar projects listed right now, and the last time that happened, it was Winnie the Pooh and Snow White. Winnie the Pooh ended up winning. I kind of feel bad for Snow White because that was really cool. This one, all right, I don't think this is going to get picked. I think the second ideas set that's based around Pixar has a much stronger chance. As much as I want this set to be made and like get Pixar figures and all of that, I don't think it's quite as strong. And yet, just like I said, the balloons are way too small. The balloons, there needs to be more of them, and the house needs to be slightly smaller. I think this should be like on a midi scale, I guess. And I think that's how I would do it if I designed this set. In saying that, it looks beautiful. They did an amazing job. I love this. I would love to be able to purchase this, but at the same time, they're not going to select that many things. It's just too small and lack of detail. Snow White was licensing. Really? So they could get Winnie the Pooh easier? I mean, I guess Snow White's like a very old license. There's been better upsets. Yeah, I think a few of the older houses I preferred. Like, I still like this one, but I think it's got a very tough fight if it is to win. But I really hope that someone does make another one. Yeah, the house is just too big. The scale's off for this. Like, if you look, I know that they wouldn't realistically be able to have that many balloons like they did in the movie, but like that thing is massive. Like, there are so many balloons in that. It's ridiculous. Thank you, Gordon. That's going to be my point later on. I will be talking about that. That is my whole argument. Anyway, Animal Crossing. I think I supported this project because I just bought the game when it came out. I like the design of this. Once again, I feel like it would be scaled down a bit. Honestly, if this got selected, it's just going to be the house and the tree and probably Timmy and Tommy. That's it. I don't think we might not get a villager. I don't think this is going to be selected because of the Nintendo license. And this is why I wanted to do this video now rather than like earlier on, because we find out more. So Nintendo has obviously got the license with Mario, and that's as well why I don't think Zelda's ever going to be selected off ideas. This will be made, I think, and if Lego does make it, they're going to do it on their own. They're not going to do it off ideas. That way they can get like all of the profits. They don't have to compensate the designer and things like that. They've already got the license, so we'll just see where it goes. Has to have a villager. Does it though? You haven't even played Animal Crossing, so I like Nooks. I really want it. Look, this one is so cool. I really like it, but it's going to go through Nintendo. It's not going to go through ideas if it does because of the Nintendo licensing. So for that reason, I don't think Animal Crossing will get selected, but I really love this build and I would love to see it happen. Someday I would love an Animal Crossing sub-theme. Imagine if we got like a bunch of little Nintendo sub-themes. So like we'd have Mario, we'd have like buildable Pokemon, and we'd have like Animal Crossing. Be so good. I saw this really creepy TikTok actually while we're all chatting here of someone who seemed to have pirate Animal Crossing, and at like the New Year's countdown, it like glitched out at 1 and it said like, oh, it's illegal to pirate games. You must stop playing now. And then they just like threw their Switch on the floor. Not a theme, but a set maybe. Yeah, probably like a one-off type of thing. I can see that happening. It'd be annoying if they did minifigures for Animal Crossing, but not Mario. I feel like Mario will get minifigures one day. It just won't be in a theme. It will be in a CMF or like a D2C. The Trabant 601. I like this. I've never heard of this car. I know a decent amount about cars, but I've never heard of this car. Is that a sticker? Like in between? Whoopsies. That multiplied way too much for my liking. Is the scale off now? Probably. Let's scroll back. All right, the car. There's a sticker stuck on between two pieces. Is this knockoff Bunnings? I don't know. Speaking of knockoff Bunnings, There's been an expansion that I'm going to get. Very exciting. This reminds me a lot of the Creator Expert car range. For that reason, I don't think it's going to get picked because Creator Expert already has like the giant amount of cars. This car looks really cute. I don't know anything about it, but I really like the design of it. But it's something that you would see from Creator Expert already. The fence things on the top look cool. Yeah, I love the fact that they're chrome. That looks really good. I also love the color scheme of this car. There's so many cars on ideas. I know. That would be a Creator Expert car. Exactly. Like, they've got their own Creator Expert car line. Don't think that it's going to happen. Brittany, it's a truck. I'm excited. I'm excited. Night at the Museum. Oi. I love this movie. I love this set. Looks amazing. Once again, I think it's slightly too big. Not as big as some of the other projects, but I think it would be scaled down a tiny bit. But I love the overall design of it, and I love the fact that Ricky Gervais is hiding behind a pole here. Amazing. The only thing with Night at the Museum is I'm worried that it's not popular enough to justify getting a Lego idea set. If this came out like years ago, or with like the release of Night at the Museum 3 where they went to London and things like that, I think this would have a much better chance. I think this will sell decent at first and sell well, and then it will kind of trail off and it won't really stay around for long. I want this to be made. I love the minifigures. I love the design. I love the movie. But I don't think it's kind of got the power to stick around and the popularity, which is such a shame because I think this was good. I just don't think it's retained it enough. Like, I think some other things you can say that for. I think it would be a really nice design piece, but I think this is down to the popularity. I also don't know how the licensing would work with that. Like, what company made Night at the Museum? Was it 20th Century Fox? Because if so, that's now Disney. That's a bit easier. But yeah, I love this set. Very well designed. I love the little dinosaur, but I know that they would probably make that more Technic, which scares me. Uh-oh. Fast food corner. Right. Now, when I first saw this, I noticed something very interesting about this set. Does anyone recognize this building on the right? Fox? Okay, yeah, so that has a good chance then. Anyone recognize this building? Looks very familiar. Very, very familiar. Let me just show you. Let's anyone recognize that building? You see that? Do we see this building? Ollivander's? Yes. Okay. Oh, whoops, wrong page. Interesting. Okay, that's one thing I noticed. All right, Ollivander's is pretty much in this set. Interesting choice. I personally don't think it fits the rest of the build, but, you know, creative usage. I mean, it's different enough, but it's there. Anyway, this is a modular. Instantly, not gonna happen. Like, I already do modulars. Can that plane please stop? If I'm not on a plane, I don't want to hear it. Modulars aren't gonna happen. Lego already does this. Not a thing. The other controversy I think that this has, besides the fact that part of it is literally Ollivander's and doesn't really fit the rest of the modular, I think the rest of it's really designed well. It's the fact that it's completely based around a fast food corner. Now, I don't know how, like, oh my gosh, we have almost 300 people watching. Wow, we have hit a new record besides Among Us. Woo! Okay. Thing is with fast food, I don't know if this was a thing anywhere else, but I know in Australia specifically, there was a big like controversy and debate a couple of years ago about children's channels like Disney Channel and Nickelodeon advertising McDonald's and KFC and things like that because they were advertising fast food and unhealthy food towards children, and then the children would be like I used to do this, be like, Mom, I want a Happy Meal, like can we get McDonald's? Which then leads to childhood obesity and a range of health problems and all of that. There was a big controversy around that. So I feel like, even though I know in my head that this is going to be an 18 plus set, if for some reason Lego did pick it, I don't think they will because it's a modular. It's just not how it rolls. But I think if it did get picked, there's going to be a lot of backlash over the fact that they're advertising fast food. Because at the end of the day, as much as Lego is for everyone, it's very known to be a children's product. Like, it is a kid's toy as much as it is a collector's item for adults. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of backlash surrounding that, which is such a shame. Is that a doctor's office? I think it's more of a pharmacy. Could be a doctor's office. I wonder what's going to be like on the inside. 305. Yes, I'm so glad you want to just hear me rant. Avatar's the last Airbender. Oh dear. Avatar the last Airbender. Avatar the last Airbender. Avatar The Last Airbender by Mini Brick Productions. Firstly, claps in the chat for Mini Brick. Yay, congratulations. This is a kid so I can't. Ash, you're just salty that people were coming after you earlier, okay? Often. I know, how badly was that? How did it get 10,000 supporters? Half of it's literally all vendors. I don't think people really noticed at first, honestly. But I guess people love moldulars. Anyway, I can't talk this morning. All right, Avatar. I've watched a bit of Avatar. I love all of the memes surrounding the intro, and I can see the popularity. Like, this one's lasted, like, this show's still popular. Like, even after it got added on Netflix, like, people still talk about this. They've also made sets previously. The build looks amazing. Well done, Mini Brick. You did an amazing job. I love that this is on a small scale. Firstly, congratulations, Mini Brick, for not being one of the people that, like, build massive things. This is in a really good scale, and I think LEGO Ideas, if they select it, it's going to be great. Because of that smaller scale, it means it's going to sell better. The only thing with this one is that I'm scared because SpongeBob didn't get selected. Because SpongeBob, I think overall, I guess you guys can agree as well, that small scale equals playable. Keep that in mind. See, you're on the right track. Thank you. Someone knows what they're doing. The only thing with this is SpongeBob. SpongeBob is a bigger show. That one didn't get selected. I don't know if that's because they've tried SpongeBob several times and it kind of just kept getting rejected, or if there was a licensing thing. To me, the only thing stopping this is the licensing. The fact that it's on a small scale, bingo. The fact that kids can play with it, bingo. It's also a set that can be displayed really nicely, bingo. Not too many figures, but enough for the fans to care about, just the licensing. LEGO lost the license for SpongeBob, that's why I didn't selected, but they would have to go and ask for it again. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm like, if SpongeBob and Avatar are both under Nickelodeon, was it Nickelodeon in general not wanting their sets, or was it Nickelodeon not wanting SpongeBob again? Because if it was only SpongeBob, this one's got a chance. That's what I'm worried about. Because it's got the popularity and it's got the fan base and it's kind of retained that for a long time. So fingers crossed. Because even though I'm not a massive fan of Avatar, I love the build for this and I want to support Mini Brick, so I will buy this set if it does get selected. Portal 2. I've never played this game. I really want to, but I've just never gotten around to it. As we know as well, Dimensions happened and we did get Shell in it. So this one's got a chance. No new pieces, which helps. No new figure pieces for that matter either. And I don't know how to pronounce his username, but this guy is really good at building mocks. I love them. It's amazing. Fad. Wow, Finn just coming out there. This game was very popular, but once again, I don't think it's kind of got that long staying power. And the problem with this one as well is it's not something that like people can play with. It's a very like display item. And for that reason, I don't think there's enough fans that would want to get something to display surrounding Portal. So I don't really know. I think it's really cool how they've done it with like the 3 separate builds and having Gladys being in like that really big one. Love the build of that, but I just don't know. I just don't think there's a market for this, which is a shame. It looks really cool though. I really like it. Just, I don't know. Is Portal still a thing? No. Have they done a Portal 3? If they did a Portal 3, maybe. But the fact that this game came out years ago, and it hasn't really been talked about, like, it's not like it still exists, because it's like one of those just you played through the game type of thing. I don't know. I just don't think there's a market for it as much as I like this. I think this would go down better if it was like you can buy the set from us and then like people have to go and source their own shell off like Bricklink, but you buy the instructions, you buy the pieces from us and you build it yourself. I think that's what this set should have been in. In saying that, this guy's an amazing mock artist. I've seen him on Instagram. I love his stuff. He did a really good Into the Spider-Verse mech the other day. You should check that out. BMW M1, once again with the cars. This is giving me Speed Champions vibes, but on a larger... Was that my chair? interesting. Or was it? Okay, my chair's making weird noises. The BMW. It's Speed Champions and Creator Expert. It's somewhere in the middle. This is like if they made the Technic cars in that MIDI scale, but with actual bricks. These both look really cool, but once again, it's the cars. I don't want the cars is happening. It's just, I don't know. They're really good builds, but Speed Champions exists for now, at least. I don't know if it's dead. Pardon me. I don't know if it's dead or not. It might be. But at the same time, this isn't a Creator Expert car. I just feel like this isn't as interesting. Like, it's not, like, coming from someone who, like, knows their cars, but isn't, like, a petrol head. I feel like if you're going to do something like this, you need to do something like a Bugatti, a Maserati, a Ferrari, but then again, oh, wait, they've already been made. There's a reason for that. So, yeah, Technic exists for these, exactly. And Speed Champions and Creator Expert cars. Like, we've got enough. I don't think we really need this to be a Lego Ideas set, but I like the design of them. And they're very smooth. I will give the designer that. They are very smooth. Caribbean Clipper. Now, Ash has said that apparently you're not allowed to submit ships anymore, and most of that comes down to Barracuda Bay. I haven't checked, but that's my whole reasoning to why I don't think this would get picked, is because Barracuda Bay. It comes too soon after, like, we just had a pirate set, we just had a pirate ship. Yes, it was something completely different, but falls within the same realm. I love the design of this ship though. I think this would be really good to kind of sub in for like something Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, this is reminding me a lot of the Interceptor from Curse of the Black Pearl. But, yeah, too close to Barracuda Bay. Sorry, too close. I love the color scheme too, Ultraviolet. That's the best thing about it. Like, this whole bottom of the ship with like the dark blue and the yellow looks gorgeous. I love the gold leaf trims. It's beautiful. No ships. They've declined non-ship based pirate sets. See, there's quite a few pirates ones in this one. But look, amazing build once again. Color scheme's gorgeous. I think it's just doomed by the fact that Barracuda Bay happened. I also love the fact that this is literally a build and they've taken a photo of it on a backdrop, like, instead of a render. Like, good on them for like going and building it. That's amazing. All right, the sheriff's safe. Now we're gonna have a fun debate here that one of my friends has had all morning. All right, the sheriff's safe. The reason that this could get selected is it's a household object that doesn't require licensing. Lego loves household objects. The inside of it, there's not much to it. To me, the exterior is cool, but it just seems like a big waste of space. Like, it's just a box that kind of sits there. It looks really cool, but the interior, there's nothing in it. I guess you could, like, put things in it, but it's not like you don't have a lot of storage space. Oh, no, I'm going to go into it briefly. Now, unlike a few other ideas and themes, this one could get selected. However, there's something major that they're going to change, and it kind of centers around this big thing in the middle here, the fact that there is a pistol on the top. Now, I get that this is supposed to be like a sheriff's safe, but to me, I don't know why the designer put this in here, okay? Because there is a very strict, and I've pulled this up because I knew I wanted to talk about this. We go into the product guidelines section. There is one very nice line within the rules. All right, acceptable content. In the rules, keep your ideas appropriate. And this is very different to what, like, Lego will make for themselves. There's a lot looser. Ideas has very strict rules. One of them being number 6, death, killing, blood, terrorism, horror, or torture. There's also the thing about shooter games. So to me, I don't think, that's the wrong one. To me, I don't think they're going to put a gun on the safe if they go through and make this set. I don't think it's a deal breaker, but I don't think they're going to include it. Now, I know, like, Lego has, like, little pistols and stuff from, like, Indiana Jones. I'm very aware of that. But from an ideas and the rules standpoint, I don't think it's going to happen if it gets selected. Strict rules, yet Zelda, yeah, let's just... Yeah, Ash, we're going to go through that when we get down to your project. We're going to talk about that. 31 Minutos. This apparently is a comedy show in Europe that I've never heard of. And for that reason alone, it's not going to get selected. It's not popular enough. It's not widely known. If Doctor Who can get selected, which is like the most popular BBC show besides Sherlock, and still sell badly, which part of that I put down to the fact that they did 11 and Peter Capaldi and not David Tennant in 11, that's fine. It's not going to sell well. I don't think this is going to get selected. I don't. I'm sorry. Was this also done on Lego Digital Designer? This looks like a Lego Digital Designer thing. Yeah, I'm in Europe and I've never heard about this. Or maybe it's not Europe. Let's double check that. I know it is some sort of show. Oh, it's a puppet show. Does it tell me anything? Mexico, South America, Spain, Portugal. Okay, so it's very popular worldwide. I don't think it is. I've never heard of this. Has anyone heard of this? Anyone? Latin American? Okay. Mexico, Spain. All right. So there's a few people, like, I think the show could be funny. Could be very good. I've just never heard of it. I don't think it's popular enough to be it. Brazil, I think. Latin America. Okay. No. Here in Mexico. It seems like a very regional thing. That's like me making a project based on the Australian hit comedy Kath and Kim. And yeah, it's just not enough people know about Kath and Kim. Like, it's been broadcast in the US, but not enough people know about it. All right, the Southwest 737-800. These planes are a very interesting one. I'm getting so warm. I want to turn my fan on. These planes interest me because I'm like, well, this one specifically is branded under an airline, I believe. I mean, I've never heard of Southwest, but I assume that it's some sort of airline. I love the plane design, and after seeing what City did with the planes last year, I would like a good plane, please. But I don't know if it would happen. I feel like it needs to be more of a generic plane, like that one that like got approved that seemed like a passenger plane in like the latest ones that just got accepted today. In saying that, it's gorgeous. I don't know. I assume that this won't get selected. But I don't know. It might. But I don't know. I mean, airports sell those, like, planes, don't they? And, like, those scale models. So maybe it could. I don't know. Yeah, I'd rather... Southwest is an American airline. But it's not even a big airline. Surely you would do, like, Delta or American Airlines. Something that's, like, part of, like, the One World network so that other people in other countries know what it is. Like, that's like me making a Jetstar plane. Like, none of you know what Jetstar is unless you live in Australia. If I made Qantas, you guys would get it. It's a big airline. It's not big enough, though. I mean, unless it's a part of the Virgin network. Like, the Virgin Australia type of thing. What else is in that? Singapore Airlines. Delta, I think, is on that one as well. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Older planes are better than last year. The UCS plane. Yeah, that's true. I feel like if you're going to do a plane, you would do like an Amelia Earhart plane, like one of the really old style ones, like Steve and Wonder Woman would fly. Something like that. What is Qantas? It's our big airline. It's got like, it's like white and red and it's got a kangaroo on it. What's Jetstar? I'm from the US. It's like the budget airline. Like budget. Like, I can go to the next state over for like $30 and then have to pay for my luggage type of airline. I'm kind of blurry. I'm sorry. I know I'm very like washed out today. I don't know what's happening with the lights. I think it's just a setting on my camera. Terry Pratchett's Discworld. Now, I don't know how this one got approved. I think the build is amazing. It is very impressive. But I have two questions. Firstly, how does this stand up? Because it's at an angle. So does that mean we have a stand for it to sit on and it kind of floats there? Like, is it that type of thing? Or do I just place the turtle on its belly and expect it to be okay? I like your chair. Thank you. It's an amazing set. It is. It's an amazing build. Exactly. It's religious. Now, I first thought that this was just the conspiracy theory about like flat earth and then the earth is floating on a turtle's back through space. Like, this is a conspiracy theory. It's also a religion. And for that reason, going back to the rules, number 2, religious references including symbols, buildings, or people. It's in the rules. It's not gonna happen. Like, the build looks really cool, but this to me should have just stayed as a mock that someone put on like Flickr or Instagram or sold instructions for, not an idea set, because it breaks rule number 2, religious references. It's also a borderline conspiracy theory, and I don't think Lego's going to touch this with a 10-foot pole. It's not a religious reference. Okay, well, It's a book. That's what I thought, but I know for a fact that this is a conspiracy theory as well. Like, it's too close. Oh, Kai, that's true. They've selected the globe. The Ark of Covenant is an Indiana Jones set. Ash, you are now arguing against your own points. What Lego does and what Lego Ideas do, two very different things. If Lego Ideas, a fan-submitted thing, sets a rule, you have to follow the rule. You can't break it. You can't bend it. What Lego did with Indiana Jones is separate. You know that, and you're just making me argue that against other people. 369 viewers. Lego's rules are very loose. They don't seem to know when they stand on their what. BFAB, their what. Yeah, Lego's rules with their own sets are very loose. I think Lego Ideas, they'll accept projects, but they won't, like, go through with them, and they won't explain why and, like, tell you why. That's why Bill is kill on the Mystery Shack project. Oh, what? That's true. He is role-playing as his comments. Rude. Oops, sent that message too soon. Yeah, BFAB, you left me hanging. Seasons in Time calendar. I love the little micro builds. Firstly, these 4 look adorable. Autumn and winter specifically, those things are gorgeous. I love the idea of this set. I love the execution of this set. The only problem with this set is I know myself. I used to have this Winnie the Pooh thing, and you would like swap out like the cubes to like display the date and what month it is, and I would get very slack. I would be like, yeah, I'm gonna use it, and then I would just set it as my birthday and never change it. I know for a fact that I wouldn't do it. Also, how on earth are you supposed to like that one would have to have 7 different sections. Like, I'm thinking like Mario TV type of thing right now. But how are you supposed to do like this, the date? The month would have to have 12 sides. Like, that's a lot. I don't know how he did it. Like, he must have figured this out. He's a smart guy. I love the design of this. I think it's really cute. Another household object type of thing. So Lego's instantly like, ooh. I think this one has a good chance. I wouldn't buy it, I don't think, depending on the price. Like, if it was like 50, 60 bucks, maybe, but I know I wouldn't use it. That's the problem. But like, I love these little toppers to kind of set the season. I think that's really smart. And it's really well done. It has a lot of potential. It does, Axel. It really does. No one's ever made it. Exactly. I think it's really good. Like, I can imagine a lot of like the older AFOLs would love this. Like, I could probably buy this for my mum and she would like it. And she would use it. Ghostbusters and Side Felt. Okay, I knew he did other projects, but I couldn't remember which ones he did, so thank you for that. This is cool. It is. I like this one. If this one got selected, I would be happy. I'd be very happy. It's very creative. It would be at least 180. That's the thing. But like, I think they would want to scale it down, but I don't know if they could. Like, unless there's something detrimental in that bottom section of the calendar, I guess you could cut that bit off. Oh, it's meant to be a draw. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, look, there's like a New Year's Eve one. Oh, Chinese New Year, Valentine's. Oh, that's really cute. I love how they've done this. This is adorable. I love the fact that you could swap that out. Yeah, I feel like maybe get rid of the draw. Unless that's holding like significant amount of like Technic functions to swap it over, I would go with that. The Exploratorium. Yay, we're going into Steampunk now. Too big. Firstly, it's going to get scaled down if it did get selected. Secondly, apparently this is supposed to connect to a bunch of other ones that this guy's made from when I looked this up. I don't know. The figure design's pretty cool. I mean, they didn't really, that's just recolored torso. So maybe not. I think it's just the hat and the glasses and the witch hat and the glasses that really got me here. The build looks really cool. I like the color scheme that they've gone for. It's just very big. I just don't know. It's not castle and it's not pirates. I want this. Well, that's all good. It's sick how our seasons are flipped. No, I want it to be winter now. I'm too hot. Looks like a mess. I don't think it looks like a mess. I think it's very cluttered. Ash can get this. Good build, but yeah. Like, I think the build's pretty cool. I love the little fish tank. What's the inside like for this one? Let's see. Like, just look how massive this thing is. Oh, okay, so a lot of empty space there. Some stairs. Ooh, gears. So does that mean we can rotate that? Oh, it's got a hinge joint, so it folds up and closes. Oh, that's cool. Never mind. I like this now. I wouldn't buy it, but, like, the design's definitely improved now. Oh, wait a second. You can, like, open the hatch and bring that up, so that's what all the gears do? Oh, that is cool. It's too big, I know. This would get shrunk down. But this is the type of set where if you shrunk it down, it would lose all of its value that it has. Oh, that's such a shame. I feel, if this did get selected, it's gonna get shrunk down. Is someone seriously cutting their grass? I'm going. It's fine. I'll burn alive. I don't care. I'll burn. I'll just heat up. All right. This set, awesome. Really cool. Yeah, I know. I changed my mind. I don't think it's going to get selected, though. It's too big, and I know for a fact that if, like, this build is amazing. And for me to want it or to love it, they're going to have to keep it at the same scale, which they're not going to do because otherwise it's not going to sell. So for that reason, I don't think it will be made. And if it does, it's going to change. There's something fuzzy in the bottom left of my camera. That's called my bed. Oh no! What is that? Is that the edge of my computer? Yes, it is. All right, that's the end of... that's the edge of my computer in the frame. Wow, that's funny. Okay. Hocus Pocus. Believe it or not, for someone who branded the entire month of October as Halloween, I've never seen Hocus Pocus. I know that there's the Three Witches. I know that it's a very popular movie. I know that Disney made it. But... I don't know. It's a nice build, once again, a bit big, or they're going to have to do it as a facade where it's completely open in the back. Everyone's building these, like, really nice, fully complete houses for ideas, but deep down, we all know that that's just not going to happen. What? I know. Next Halloween. This year, I will do it. I will do it. I want to do gifts for my next project. Yeah, that looks really cool. I like how they've done that. The purple flames also look really cool. I don't know what the inside, though, of this one looks like. I've never really had a look at it. Oh, we get an exterior build of a tree as well. Interesting. So you get the sisters. Oh, there's quite a lot of figures in that. This is massive. I didn't think it was going to be this big. Oh, it is a facade. Is it? Then what was that? Or was it just half? Oh, no, it is. That looks gorgeous. It's not going to turn out like that, but that looks gorgeous. Damn. I like that. I mean, that's a bit of a stretch on Rule 6. But I guess it's a fun, family-friendly movie. So, I guess it's fine. I really like this. Wouldn't buy it because I haven't seen it. But yeah, I agree with BFAB. Looks nice, probably won't be made. Is this a new vote coming up? This is the one that's going to be selected probably this month or next month. I love that chandelier there. Oh, yes. Schitt's Creek. I love this show. Okay, I love this show. At first, my mom was watching it, and I thought this show was really lame. And then I just, like, listened to it in the background. The dialogue is amazing. The one thing that is holding this back is the title. But then again, it's not explicitly a swear word, so I think it could pass. I think this one, in my personal opinion, and there is bias because I have watched this show and I love this show. I haven't finished Community. But out of the two sitcoms, I think that this one stands a higher chance purely because it's more recent, it's more relevant, they just won a bunch of Emmy Awards, and the fact that I think it's a very, like, progressive show in the way it's made. The build's pretty cute. I know my mum said that she wants it. I think it could happen. I don't think the name is necessarily going to stop it. I know a lot of people agree that. At first, I did think that. But that's the thing, it's not, like, explicitly like the word. Like, it's SC. Like, I get that it's kind of a reference to that. Is the show still airing? No, it's on Netflix, and I know a lot of people around the world, including myself, that's how they saw it. I guess it just comes down to a preference. I don't think the name's gonna stop it. I really don't. I mean, there's quite a lot of swearing in the show, but then again, like, as you found out yesterday through a lot of people's replies on Twitter, there's been swearing in shows before that have been made by Lego. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think Community is more likely from a popularity standpoint, but I think this one's equally as popular. I don't know. I know I would buy this. My mom said she would buy it as well. It's interesting. I don't know. I think it's too risky. I think they would receive backlash, but at the same time, I don't know. I mean, Lego can do what they want, but I feel like it would be too, like, cruel and harsh to say no to a project just because of the name. But I want to know if when they submitted this, was this one that, like, said approved IPs, or was it like a we don't know, like, submit it and, like, see what happens? So it's more of an adulty one. Yeah, like, this would be an 18 plus set. So I don't know. That's what I just want to know. Was it on the list of approved IPs? Because if it is, then I don't think the name is an argument to stop this from being made. If it was a question mark, then fair enough. I don't know. It's the language of the show that's going to get this not selected, if anything. Because it's on a good scale. Not too many figures. Would be an 18 plus set. Not popular at all in the UK. I feel like it's a very Netflixy thing. If you don't have Netflix, then you haven't seen it. Lego Ideas is just turning into adult sets mini brick. I'm literally going to make a video on that later once we find out the results. Because it really is. Gold Rush Mine Train. Okay, back to this. I have no idea. Question mark. Has a chance. How big of a chance? We don't know. Gold Rush Mine Train. This is pretty cool. I think the only thing stopping this is the fact that the roller coaster is still on sale. Because I love this. I love the old-timey feel of it. It reminds me a lot of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. And if I bought this, I would turn it into Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Because this is cool. I love how you've got, like, the queue and everything as well, where, like, people can get on with, like, the gates and stuff. You have a little gift shop at the front, an ice cream stand around the corner. It's not too big. It doesn't look like it's using any power functions, I don't think. Like, it's just a push and pull. I like it. I really do. I think it's amazing. The only thing stopping it, I think, is the roller coaster. Roller coaster's retiring soon, so maybe... I mean, true. Like, by the time this would get made, it would be like a year. So it would be retired. But is it too close then? I mean, probably not. If Lego's making X-Wings every 2-3 years, maybe not. When is it retiring? Is it, like, next year? It isn't the best model. Then again, look at Steamboat Willie. I like this model. I don't get why there's gaps in the plates. That kind of confuses me. But, yeah, that's the thing. Lego will change it if they think it's, like, not structurally safe or just... Why am I yawning? Or just too small. Because that's the thing. They did change Steamboat Willie a lot. So, I don't know. I really like it. I would get that. Vincent Van Gogh. This is one of my favorites. Hands down. One of my favorites. This is so creative and so unique and so gorgeous. This would also make a really nice looking display piece or art piece for, like, art majors or just enthusiasts. I love the color scheme of this painting in general. I love the fact that they've done Vincent Van Gogh. I mean... He's going to have both of his ears. We're just saying. This looks really cool. I hope it gets selected. It's very unique. There's nothing really stopping this one, I don't think, either. So we're all good. Damn, we've still got 12 to go. Whoo! Right. I love it. Great. Amazing. Really want it. Would be very glad if they made it. Would buy it if they made it. The Fortress. Pirates of Barracuda Bay exists. Same thing with the ship. Just not going to be a thing. Also, why is there a bunch of studs around it? I get that it's like an appearance thing to make it look really pretty. It looks really nice. But Pirates of Barracuda Bay has happened. It's too close. Too similar. There's no way they're going to include all of the studs to put around the outside. Like, that just accelerates the piece usage a lot. So, skip to 24. I have to watch The Bachelor. But I'm the excuse. It's fine. We're almost there. Seagull Bay, same thing. Like, I'm not going to go over this. This one's build, actually, I prefer to the Fortress. But same thing. Pirates at Barracuda Bay exists. Not going to happen. I love the color scheme in this, though. It's really cute. The Bakery. This is like borderline modular, but not because it's got an old-timey feel to it. But I feel like it's too close to a modular that it wouldn't be made. In saying that, I also feel like it's different enough that it stands a chance. So, I wouldn't buy it. This reminds me a lot of like 16th century London, which is pretty cool. I love the horse. He's cool. I like the color scheme, but I wouldn't buy it. Too close to a modular, not memeing. I know, I can tell. We're almost there. Bangladesh National Parliament. Architecture exists. Not gonna happen. Lego Doggo. Oh, I feel bad for this guy. We can accelerate through these ones because these are all the ones that are definitely not happening. Lego Doggo. We literally got dog brick heads on January 1st. As much as I loved this idea and want it to be a thing, it's not gonna happen now. Feel bad. Sorry to the designer of that one. I had really high hopes for you. Same with the bonsai tree. This one had such a good chance, but Lego already made it. Sorry. I feel so bad for these guys. Like, literally, like, if you knew that this project was going to be planned, and same with the guy who designed the Colosseum and the police station modular from the latest one, like, just don't include them. Exclude them. Like, tell them that it's not going to be made, and they'll find out why eventually. Like, don't give them false hope. I feel so bad for both of these, especially the bonsai. I was gonna buy that. Naruto. I've never seen this show. Not a massive anime fan. The only one I've watched is Free. It's selling well too, such a shame. I feel so bad for him. That's like, the bonsai is like Ghostbusters HQ, except this guy didn't know that it was happening because he made his project before and it was unfortunately in development. The build looks really cool. I just don't know if Lego's ever going to touch anime because, like, I get that anime is a global thing, but it's very, like, Japan based, and how well Lego sells in Japan, I don't know. What if Lego is stealing their ideas? Lego conspiracy theory? Don't think so. I think it's just a chance, but you never know. I don't care for Naruto. I know a lot of people do. I think the design's cool. I just don't know if Lego's ever going to touch anime. Be interesting to see if they do. I think the closest they're going... He got screwed over twice. I know. It's so bad. I prefer a set based on JoJo than Naruto. Do not bring up that show. I have very bad memories associated with that show. I hated JoJo. I'm sorry to anyone who was a fan of that. I could not stand it. It was so boring, and the fact that I was forced to watch it makes me feel sick. Yeah, I don't know. I guess this just depends on if Lego wants to do anime. Ninjago is not anime. Ninjago is a cartoon. The Temple of Hermit. This is really pretty, but I worry that this is also too similar to architecture. I tried to check if this was a real thing on the project. From what I know, no. So maybe not. But this also feels like a type of thing that they could try and like probably do for a Chinese New Year type of set. I mean, this is more Japanese, I think. I don't know. I should probably fact check that. I just presumed that was bad. Oh, forbidden. Well, that's fun. Okay, so I'm not allowed to find out. All right. Well, the webpage is broken, so that's good. I can't even check. I'm going to presume that this is Chinese. Yeah, it looks like the Temple of Jitsu. It reminds me a lot of something Ninjago would do. For that reason, I feel like they probably wouldn't. They probably do something similar like that in Ninjago or architecture or Chinese New Year. They'd have to size it down once again. I do think the build is really pretty though. It is gorgeous. If they did this in like a Chinese New Year type of thing, I would get it. Will I make a Lego idea submission in the future? I'm going to. I want to get it done before May. And it will be Monsters Inc. The Ocean House. This reminds me a lot of something I built in The Sims, where I tried to build an ocean house. I don't really get the storyline behind this. Like, why is there a cherry blossom tree but we're also on the beach? It looks really cute. Honestly, it really does. I like this. I don't think I would buy it, but I like it. I don't really have any reason why this wouldn't get selected either. It's pretty cute. It has potential. I don't think it's too big either. I think the scale's reasonable. Reminds me of Nim's Island. I've never seen that movie. I've heard of it though. I think it's pretty. I just wouldn't buy it. I like what they've done though. I like how much greenery there is. And the fact that it's built up on a foundation, although that could make it weak. In saying that. Well, May's the cutoff time. I would think I would have to do it in April so that I could market it and get it out there so I could hit 10k. Oh, look at 34. We're almost there. Medieval market. I think this won't get selected because of the blacksmith shop. I love it. I like the design of it. I'm not a big castle or medieval person, but the design of this is really cool. It reminds me a lot of like the fishing town in The Hobbit as well, which is pretty cool, just without the water. I just think the blacksmith shop is what's gonna stop that. Would I suggest playing Animal Crossing? Yes, you will get like a solid like good 2-3 months play out of it, and then you'll put it down and never pick it up again. It's great. Medieval market equals blacksmith shop. That's it. It's just too similar. Lake Town, thank you. Yeah, that's all. That's all I can say about it. It's a medieval modular. It is. Fall Guys, right, we might be here for a while for these last two because these are the ones I have a lot of opinions on. Now, Fall Guys, I've told Ash this to his face. I like this project. I think it's very smart. We have never seen an ideas project from memory with like a lot of play features. I think this has got a lot of playability, but it also would kind of look good on display. I mean, besides the fact that it's very empty at the bottom, but that's just how you have to do it because like Fall Guys, you fall, so you kind of have to build it up. Besides like the empty space at the bottom, like it looks really good. You could display it, you could play with it. Like I would genuinely want to play with it. It reminds me a lot of Mario, and since Lego wants to do a game style like Mario, I think this is going to be good. Now, firstly, yes, let's congratulate Ash for getting selected. Now, listen up. I know a lot of people are like, it's not going to get made, dead game. Right, listen. Fall Guys had a lot of popularity. It's like Fortnite and Pokemon Go, where they all shot up in popularity, and now like all the people that kind of played it as a fad have kind of died off, but there's still a very solid fan base. In saying that, Fall Guys Season 2 was boring. I didn't enjoy it. Season 3 I've played once, and I do really want to play it again, so I might do that later today, because I really enjoyed it. I think what they're doing is good. They just took a very long time to fix all of the levels that they needed to do, and because of that, it's lost a lot of its popularity. So I'm not 100% sure. In saying that, unlike Portal 2, this is a game that's going to last a while. It's like Fortnite and I'd say Battlefield even to an extent until they like killed the game, where you've got seasons, you've got packs you can buy, so it's going to last a while because it keeps updating and refreshing. They just need to keep the game alive. This project all comes down to what Fall Guys does with their game. Are they going to keep improving it? Are people going to start playing it again? And I highly suggest if you did stop doing it, like pick it up again. Pick it up, play it, try out Season 3 because I've enjoyed it. And I'm not just saying that because Ash made this project. I would love this project to succeed, to see Ash succeed. Same with Mini Brick. I want them both to get their projects made because they're my friends. I want to support them. But will the game survive? I think this would be good for an ideas project because of the play features. It's something like it's not going to be marketed as an 18 plus set like a lot of the ideas projects are currently. Fingers crossed. That's the only thing stopping it is Fall Guys itself. Now, something I do want to touch on is because a lot of people are like comparing Fall Guys and Among Us because they kind of came out at the same time, had a lot of popularity. There are a lot of ideas projects on Among Us. Now, I know there's a big debate, will it get made? And I bring you back to our good old rule number 6. These are ideas rules. The game centers around death and killing. Yes, it's done in a cartoony style. I have nothing wrong with the game. I just think from a Lego set point of view, it's going to be very hard to make a game that is centered around someone killing someone else and figuring out who's killing someone without referencing it in any way, shape, or form. Like Star Wars, you have the lightsaber duels. They never like focus on any of like the killing part of things. Same with Harry Potter. You don't have a set where like Bellatrix is killing, spoilers, Sirius Black. The Astronomy Tower, you didn't put Dumbledore in that set. That's the thing. Like, you can get around it. With Among Us, I don't think you can. But I think they do still have a chance, but just not a very high chance. If they did it, I think Lego would receive a lot of backlash. And if they don't do it, Lego would receive a lot of backlash. It's very, like, thing. Ash is sad now. Look, Fall Guys has a chance. Fall Guys themselves need to keep the game alive. Which it's alive because you can get into lobbies pretty quickly, but it's just not as popular as it used to be. So if they can keep going at the rate they are, I think we'd be okay. Goblet of Fire Graveyard. Exactly. See, that set exists, but we don't have Cedric Diggory. Like, you see what's happening? Like, they'll make the sets around it, but they don't mention who is, like, dying type of thing. Why are we talking about the friend zone? Hello? Yeah, see, Mini Brick, people can do that if they buy the set. So, yeah, I wish all the best for Ash and Mini Brick with their projects. This one's just, I think, a lot harder to kind of guess than Mini Bricks. Both of them all rely on their content that they're talking about. Mini Bricks is more so with licensing. This is more so with popularity. But yeah, I love the little figure design. Anyway, we've talked about that one for long enough. Okay, Ratatouille. If this one doesn't get selected, what can I do? Like, this is going to be, like, right, Ratatouille. I love this. Thank you, Mini Brick. Can we get some of the Ratatouille song in the chat, please? Thank you. Remy the Ratatouille, the rat of all my dreams. I supported the first one. I supported this one. The first one got rejected. Ludicrous. Stop talking to me. I don't want to see my December memories recap Snapchat. Shush. Shh. Ash, shh. No one asked you. We've talked about your project. Give someone else a turn. Ratatouille. Ratatouille is a popular movie to begin with. One, of course, I'm going to say it again. I love Disney. I love Disney. I want Disney figures. I want Disney sets. Okay? I love this. This project, the upgraded one, is gorgeous. I think it does cross into the realm of, once again, being a bit too big. So I feel like they would knock it down and kind of do something like Sesame Street, maybe a bit cheaper if this did get made. Now, I'm going to ban that recycling symbol in my chat. Okay? Shush. The 55 musical content. Now, this is exactly what we're going to talk about. All right. Besides my personal bias of wanting Ratatouille, the grass man's done. I'm going to open my door. Please hold. Not door, my window. Now we have a vacuum. Ratatouille the musical is a thing. It was a massive TikTok musical that everyone got behind. People are writing songs. People are making dances. It is massive. So much so that Broadway made an actual musical on it. Adam Lambert was in it. Bertram from Jessie was in it. The girl who played Gretchen in Mean Girls, the musical on Broadway, was in it, okay? Listen. Stop recycling because you will all get timed out. Warning. Sorry, Sylvia, you gone. Ratatouille is going to get selected. It is so popular right now, and it always has been popular. Pixar movies hold. They get released, and they remain popular and well-loved for years to come, okay? What part are you going to do in the musical? I'm going to be one of the tap dancing rats in the background. This is going to happen. And if this doesn't happen, I will... What's something I can do? Give me something that I can do as like a bet to do this. Like I need something to do. Have I seen Soul yet? No, I need to. Hey, just say woo. I will breathe. Yep, exactly. My baby Yoda, I'll grab him. Nene. Build it from Bricklink. Honestly, I will if it doesn't get selected. I want it. Complain and campaign. That's not my style. I'm just a nice person. It's already been declined, so be careful. Yes, but that's because like Winnie the Pooh got selected. You're not going to select 2 Disney projects at once, are you? Smash your Disney castle? No. Dress like as the... No. Write a letter. Destroy my favorite set? Tempting. If this doesn't happen, you cut your hair very short. No Lego overload, but thank you for the $5. Do an ice bucket challenge. I could do the ice bucket challenge. Dye your hair pink. Done that. Break Diagon Alley. But I've dyed my hair pink before. Throw your sets in rage. I could Ratatouille battle pack. How? Okay, I liked the idea of like rat makeup. What if I dress up as a rat? Or, no, okay, here we go. I'll do a cooking video where I have to like make, I don't, drop test, I don't know. Make a Ratatouille TikTok. Interesting. I'm not eating anything. I'll dress up either as a rat or linguine. Makeup of Baby Yoda. Ooh. Ooh, dress up as a rat and go shopping. I could try and cook Ratatouille. Dressed up as linguine, and then I'll like stick a rat inside my hat. Actually, no, you know what's really... Okay, here's the thing. I don't do well with spicy food. So, what I will do is I will dress up as linguine, and I will make myself a really spicy dish, and then sit down and do it. And if I cannot eat the entire dish, I will drop test. What can I drop test? I feel like I should do a Disney set. Wait, what was the £5? Did I completely miss that? Makeup of Baby Yoda. Oh no, I did. I got it. Anyway, I will do that. I will eat some spicy food and I will drop test something. We're getting a cooking video for Ratatouille. Thank you. Thank you. If that doesn't get selected, that will happen. I'm not dropping the Disney castle because if I scratch a piece, I will cry. I will cry. I'm not making a rant video. No. Steamboat Willie, I don't know. I'm thinking about Rapunzel's tower. Because, I mean, if I destroy that, I'm not going to be as sad. I'll still be sad, but not as sad. I will do it. Cut your hair? No. I'll cut my own hair. Anyway, I will do it. I'll do something. Drop test my car? No. Watching Ratatouille for 24 hours non-stop? No. I'll eat something very spicy. I'll do that. Alright. Those are all of the projects. I'm telling you. Ratatouille has to be selected. Surely. Surely. The Ratatouille musical has done it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm not drop testing Ash. I'm not dropping my car. I'm not dropping the Disney castle. Drop tests are boring. I want to do something interesting. Donate $10 to cancer research? Yes, thank you. Something I will do. Sing the music of Ratatouille and dress up as a rat. That I can do. Do you think Lego is slowly being taken over by Disney? No, I think Disney is just taking over everything. That's the problem. No, I'm making my own Monsters Inc. set. Alright, well those are all of the projects that are going to be selected. I'm excited. I'm very excited to see these results. Like I said, Ratatouille. Ratatouille. He's absolutely the best. Alright. Thank you guys so much for listening to me talk about all the different ideas projects. What do you guys want to see made? What do you think is going to be made? Among Us, Ratatouille, or Night at the Museum? Nice. Make a Reddit Avatar. Fall Guys. I'm excited, Mini Brick 2. It's going to be so good. I can't imagine how you must be feeling. Any tips on starting a Lego city? None at all. I would just suggest buying some of the road plates now, because you're going to need them. Nocturnally add-on, I thought about it. Among Us. Among Us isn't in this one, everyone. Ratatouille. Naruto. Among Us doesn't count. Van Gogh. Ratatouille. Avatar. Avatar. Animal Crossing. The Calendar. Windmill. Museum. Clock. Asher Mini Bricks, Naruto. I know, there's just so many. Surely we should probably go look at them all. Rip to the guy who made Lego Doggo, and rip to the guy who made the bonsai tree. That is so bad. I hope our friends get picked. So do I. So do I. So out of all of them, I think the ones I personally want are Ratatouille, Fall Guys, Vincent Van Gogh. Where'd that go? Vincent Van Gogh. I really like the Windmill and the calendar. Those are my favorites out of everything. So best of luck to all of the designers. I wish you all of the best. I'll make a video once they get announced, kind of like debriefing and finally telling you guys what I've selected as my punishment for Ratatouille not getting selected, if that ever happens. Can I look through the site and look at some active projects? Fall Guys so we can get a face reveal. Exactly. You all should be cheering on for Fall Guys so you get your face reveal, honestly. Honestly. Yeah, why isn't it letting me like go through? Hello? Well, I would do it, but it's saying forbidden. So, yikes. Ideas is broken. Part 5. Yeah, even when I refresh it. Now we just have to look at a white screen. So let's go back to me. Thank you all so much for tuning into my stream and listening to me. I hope you all have a great day. Best of luck to all of the designers, and thank you for designing. I will be working on my project now. Wait, face reveal? Exactly. If he gets selected, he said he'd do a face reveal. Whether or not he does is a different story, but he did promise it. So, bye everyone. Thank you so much. I will see you all later. Bye. Remy.